father made my history. And one thing's for certain tonight, first time in Big Brother history, not one but two people are going to be evicted. But who's it going to be? As you can see, it's neck and neck and neck, but one thing is entirely certain. It's day 29, it's June 20th, and this, my friends, is Big Brother's little brother. I trust you'll agree it was a great opening to the show, and it's going to get even better than that. Coming up on tonight's BBLB, Lauren Laverne, most stylish lady in television, talks house style. Our eviction prediction panel are back, they're bonkers, and we love them, and some poetry from tonight's nominees. But first, we kick off as we always do, and you wouldn't want it any other way, nor would I, with Little Brother's big news. Okay, the big news today is that the housemates have gone mad with practical jokes. This is hilarious. Right. Last night, Fez and Ray filled John's shower gel with a potion of tea leaves, vegetable oil, strawberry essence, washing up liquid and body lotion. This morning, he found it.
Oh, don't put that. That's enough strawberry essence. No, because he put... What's wrong? Just put it in there. Wash. Take that one. Oh, too good. Really, really good.
Yeah. Now, I know you're laughing at home, but it gets better. Maybe they shouldn't have messed with the tickle, as Nush found out. On Wednesday night, now, she hung John Smalls around the garden. This morning, he got his revenge.
Oh, John.
Oh, yes.
Where are you going to put it?
Over here.
Now, it's funny this, because the jokes go on and on. Nush replied, with this!
Oh, you just don't know!
Oh, what a vintage year this is. And finally, it's time for the daddy of all practical jokes. It's time for Whiff Watch. Yeah, no one's laughing anymore. It's all deadly serious. 129 hours, 35 minutes and 53 seconds exactly after Goss, John and Scott planted their minging mixture underneath the girls' double bed. Nush entered the stink zone. Take a look at this. Now, we've got our expert light pen, as you can see. Nush, after some towels, by all accounts, going under the double bed there. Now, we can't confirm whether Nush's nose doesn't actually work because she can't smell a thing. Let me assure you, ladies and gentlemen, we had this on the show. You can see it there. And, you know, and that's not actually a visual effect. That's real. That's going on right now. As you can see, it is dreadful. And let me assure you, I have smelt it yesterday, and it does make you... I feel like getting sick right now. It does make you gag. More Wolf Watch updates as and when it happens. That, my friends, was Little Brother's big news. Okay, interesting, exciting. Tonight, two people are going to leave. But how's it going to work? Funny enough, I have no idea. Later on, however, Davina McCall does, and she is here to reveal all. With that in mind, today's Cool BBLB questions to the lovely Davina, or Ask D. No saucy ones, however, otherwise we get taken off air. And you don't want that, please. So, call and email with your questions about tonight's eviction, or text us with your opinions on the Doubler eviction, and we'll put them on the screen. Here's those all-important numbers. Okay, today on the Big Brother couch, or more likely the very stylish, lovely stairs and indeed chairs that we have, is the most stylish lady on television I know. It's Lauren Laverne.
Hi. Hi, Dermot.
Hey, Lotta, how are you?
Hi, everyone. Thank you.
Has Big Brother
Yes, I
viewing
am.
severely dented your free time this summer?
Yeah, actually, it has already. I was DJing the other week, and I did actually just put an extended 12-inch mix on so I could leave early and go and watch the watch the
you put a record on, left the record there.
Oh, yeah.
So you didn't mind losing probably a very rare white label 12-inch.
I sacrificed that Justin Timberlake bad boy.
Okay, cool.
It's
Can I
dead.
just say how glad I am you've brought your parents with you as well. Hello
Oh,
there.
Dad.
Now that for me is quality. And they want, do you know where they want to come? They want to come with you and they want to come here.
Yeah.
Okay, what in one word would you sum up the housemaid's fashion sense this year?
Oh, highly questionable. That's 2 words, but the highly is important.
Now, we're going to go into this in a little second, but firstly, take a look at this.
Like perfection. Like no other. Flawless. Absolutely flawless.
Loving the groovy music there as well. Okay, the best and worst points of this year's house style.
Well,
I get a sense that best isn't going to last very long.
I think best, it was obviously Goss in that vest, which I'm rocking today,
nice touch.
which actually would probably fit in this one. So yeah, I mean, really, it's pretty bad. They all kind of look like they could have just worked in French Connection together when they first went into the house, you know. They were much of a muchness, but then it started to emerge that there was some real questionable kind of fashion styles going on. I mean, Nush's whole... You know, she's obviously the girl that buys those novelty things that you see in shops and think, who buys those? And she just buys them all.
Yeah.
Like, you know, Dealey Boppers and that choker and those socks with the toes. I know you've got a pair of those, sorry. But, yeah, no, with the individual toes, they freak me out.
What about the other? Yeah, those are quite scary, aren't they? Because I'd be tempted to put my hands in there and just turn them into gloves with a big kind of bulging bit there. What about Tanya's bling? Because, you know, she's the other sort of dominatory.
Oh, man, she's so bling, it's Ming. She's like... You know, she's really... I mean, obviously, anyone who's kind of swapped any kind of bodily fluid with Peter Andre, you've got to worry about their sort of sense of style anyway.
Could have an effect on them?
I think she could have definitely caught something. Like, you know, his overuse of hair gel and product, she's brought that onto the blusher. I just sometimes approach the TV with a baby wipe trying to get it off, even though I know she's not actually in there.
She genuinely is a mysterious girl.
She's beautiful. Well, why? Why did she do that?
What about the best? Who's best in the house? Because I found myself, this is worrying, because I found myself watching the monitor the other day going, you know, John actually dresses quite well.
Do you know what it is? John has got that kind of heritage brand Hamptons chic going on. I think if you unrolled that vertically striped dressing gown out in the Hamptons, you know, it wouldn't look out of place. I think that the ladies would love it. I can imagine he likes a quality loafer.
Okay.
And that...
Without sock, obviously.
Yeah, no, sockless, and a tapered chino. I quite like that on a man.
Interesting. OK, now you're very smart, you're pretty, and you're obsessed with Big Brother. So therefore, we want to know the truth according to Lauren Laverne, a quick fire round. We've only got about 30 seconds.
OK.
Here are some of this week's topics. Who's the best looking man in there?
Cameron.
Should Karen and Steph get together?
Yes, he will then kill her.
Who's got the best game plan going?
Nush.
What do you think about the double eviction?
Oh, brilliant. Very excited. Redress the boy-girl balance. Good thing.
What do you make of tonight's nominees?
All potentially murderers. Hopefully, John will stay.
OK, which two will leave tonight?
Fed and Cameron.
Lovely. Finally, according to Fed, all women from Newcastle are floozies. That's a nice version. You're from Sunderland. What do you say about that?
It's actually not true, but they're all incredibly hard, as he will discover when they give him a good drubbing when he gets kicked out tonight.
Thank you very much for that potentially libelous interview. Quiet applause from the crowd, please. Ooh. Lovely, because actually the housemates actually heard you. You're in dead trouble. OK, so 36 cameras in the house, 15 remote control, 17 fixed, 5 manned by that most endangered of species, human men. But have the housemates ignored them in the last 4 weeks? In a word, no.
Hugely interesting, watering the garden, this, you know.
People talking about cameras behind mirrors, which we know they're there.
Don't you wonder sometimes?
Half of them won't shut up about the flipping cameras.
All right, mates. Dave the cameraman having his play.
And Dave was certainly staring at me for quite a while tonight.
It gets me wrong a bit when some folk make a big deal of spotting the cameraman.
God, he's skinny. He's even skinnier than me.
Oh my God, look at that. That's it. Where? This is it. That goes right in there.
See you, Dave.
Right now, there's one more camera pointed at the housemates, but we pray they don't notice it, or we, my friends, are in deep doo-doo. We've come in to see how Fed, Cameron and John are preparing for tonight's eviction. John, as you can see, deep in thought, but John looking straight down the barrel there. He may well be asleep. Who knows? Fed, very lackadaisical. Now, I'm a bit worried that they may indeed hear us or indeed see us. Now, I know they can't be. He gets so paranoid in here that they could well sense there's some quality television being made with potential BAFTA-winning shots happening right here, right now. Now, only one of these three will survive tonight's Carl. For the last 2 weeks, I've asked you to tell us who's going to go, and you have been bang on. This week, we're asking you again. Take a look at this. The Tiggles pouch. It's all absolute quality. Still to come, our eviction prediction panel. Tell us what they think, and your questions to Davina. I'll see you in 2. Welcome back to Big Brother's Little Brother. Hope you are all very well. Before the break, we asked you who you think is going to leave tonight. Currently, the exit poll is neck and neck. There's only 2% between it. You can still vote by in the poll by texting poll and the name of the person you think is going to go to 85444. OK, last week, all our experts failed to guess the evictee correctly, except our control, Ola, otherwise known as Viola, who now leads the table. There are 2 points up for grabs this week. That should increase their chances. On line 1, we have astrologer David. David, you got it wrong last week.
I did indeed.
David.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Interesting. Can you tell us how you're going to redeem yourself? Who's going to go tonight?
Well, I'm sorry to say this, but I think it's both my countrymen. It's the 2 Scots. I think it's Federico and Cameron.
Interesting. Thank you very much, David. At the moment, you've only got one baby, bottom of the table, joint with Robin, but we've got Inbaal, who's lagging at second right now, just behind Ola. Hello, Inbaal.
Hello, Dermot.
First slip up last night. Can we do better tonight?
We can't do any worse. I couldn't speak to anybody the whole weekend for being wrong. It's so not me.
Yeah, I know. I'm feeling that. So who's going to go tonight?
I think John stays and the Scots go. I agree with David.
Interesting. Been ringing each other during the week, have you?
No.
OK, finally we have Palmist Robin on the line. Hello, Robin.
Hello, Dermot and everyone.
1 out of 3 so far.
I know.
What are the Palms telling us about tonight, buddy?
Well, it's a difficult, exciting twist, really. I've been writing about the inmates today, so I know their hands well. The hand reflects the longer-term experience, and I've grouped them from the beginning. It was John, Fed and Cameron, but John's different. I think he's going to stay. Fed and Cameron are going to go.
Interesting. The only person to have been right every week is our pensioner, Viola, otherwise known as Ola, with, I stress, no psychic powers. Can she do the impossible and guess 2 people correctly for tonight? Take a look.
I'm rather glad I'm at the top of the table, and I think Frederica will be going in John, because there's something about Cameron. I do like him.
Great demi-wave, Viola. OK, remember, for the first time, 2 evictees tonight. Here are the all important numbers. Interactive voting closes tonight at 8:10, and text voting closes tonight at 8:30, which tells me Big Brother values text more than interactive. Very interesting. Here at BBLB, we understand, well, let me assure you we do, that climbing over sofas is not easy. We also understand that working out who to vote for is one of life's tougher decisions. That's why we are here to help. Tonight's brothers of each nominees will read the application forms of their loved ones in an item we'll have to call Band of Brothers. Just savour it. Take a breather. Just savour it. Yeah. Our Band of Brothers are Cameron's brother Julian. Wonderful. Fed's brother Paolo. And John's brother, twin, Phil. Are you ready? This item could stop now, and I'd be happy. First up, we have poems. Before they enter the house, we asked each housemate to write a poem about what they were expecting from their experience. Starting with Julian, can you please read what your brothers wrote? Julian.
Most certainly. It is untitled, but I'm going to entitle it Operation Giddy Limit.
Oh, good.
What's in store on Big Brother 4? Will there be fighting or friendships igniting? Not too much friction, that ends in eviction. Plenty of laughter, the chores can come after. Let's just have fun, in capitals. That's my number 1.
Oh, I think that deserves one of applause. Next up, OK, Paolo, please, if you would.
This one's a little bit more extensive, so just bear with me. There once was a man called me who found himself on TV. The viewers tuned in to watch. They asked, is he Italian or is he Scotch? As time went by, we began to see that not everyone was his cup of tea. The nation was split, they couldn't agree. What team did he bat for? This me. It was me's time to leave, the nation cried. Me always told the truth, even when he lied. Me was released, his 15 seconds used, then he went out and snogged everything that moved.
Oh. but not in Newcastle. And lastly, Phil, please, if you would.
I think this is a piece of classic John. He can even make a ticklism out of a poem. Okay, so boredom and fun, cold showers and sun.
And that's it.
That's it.
Okay, we also gave each housemate a disposable camera. Asked them to take photographs of their last night of freedom out partying with their friends. You will all love this, I assure you. Let's start with Cameron. Let's take a look at Cameron's night out. There we go. Now, Cameron, I didn't know, was a very close friend of Danny DeVito, it appears. Very, very strong. Is that a typical night out for a stout boy?
Well, yeah, he kind of hangs about with the Hollywood celebs, so Danny's obviously done a wee bit of get rid of the 5 o'clock shadow. That genuinely is Danny DeVito there. So
lovely. Who's the lady in the middle there?
It's Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Lovely. Now, is she quite possessive over Cameron? So we're trying to find Cameron a girlfriend.
Yeah.
Will she have to quite closely vet?
I think she would let him go if the right lady came along.
Interesting. Okay. There's some classic photography skills in the next one. Let's take a look at Fed's big night out. Wonderful. There we go. There's Fed having a great time. We can close up a Fed. Get rid of the other two guys. Just have Fed with the girls, look. Firstly, that girl looks absolutely mortified on the right. Like she'd rather be anywhere else, Paolo. What's that all about?
I don't know. We can see his face. It looks pretty contorted. Probably.
It does. He looks like
his mouth.
He looks like a cross between Colin Murray and Woody from Toy Story. Do you think does he enjoy his night out?
He does, very much so.
Okay. And lastly, we've got John's. Let's take a look at John's firstly. Now, that's John's final night out with his hockey. Is that his hockey team? Is that Raiders of the Night, the hockey team?
I can see some of the guys there from the hockey team, yeah.
Lovely, yeah. Okay. Now, 2 hours later, after a couple of Bishop's fingers, there's John.
That's a good night, isn't it?
Asleep on one.
He does do that quite often, actually.
But with a phone book and a bottle of water resting on him?
No, if he's going to crash, he just crashes after a good night.
Okay, last up, I think it's always how you define someone, through music. We asked each housemate to reveal the title of the first song they ever bought. Cameron's was this. There's an old piano and it's playing hot behind the green door.
The reason I'm not clapping is because I bought it, not him.
So did he steal it from you?
Yeah, he bought the Kids from Fame Live.
And I bought Hal, of course you did, yeah. Star Maker, Dream Taker.
Yeah.
It says here he actually bought the album Shaky in 1981, but that was you, right?
That was me, yeah.
What does it say about him?
The fact that he didn't buy it?
Yeah.
Or the fact that I bought it?
No, the fact that he didn't buy it.
I think he's probably ashamed that he liked Leroy from the Kids from Fame.
Sure thing.
And didn't want to fess up in front of the public.
And yet it might endear him more to the ladies.
Well, yeah, but he's an old man, so maybe it's so long ago he can't remember.
Feds is hilarious. Listen to this. Please tell me,
Fed. Can I just say,
yeah.
Federico definitely bought that one. It wasn't me who bought that one. Federico definitely
tell me,
bought
Fed wasn't a victim of an abusive relationship with a quite vindictive young lady at the time. What is love? Baby, don't hurt me no more.
It's a possible explanation, yeah.
Okay,
That's
lovely.
Why he hates girls.
Lastly, John's was this. Okay, brilliant. Tell us about that.
This is actually our song. This is our twin song. Yeah, it's the first record he bought.
Okay, first record he bought. Ladies and gentlemen, hopefully that little insight into the psyche of our nominees has helped you make up your mind. I think a round of applause for our three band of brothers. Yes, guys. Okay, earlier we asked you to call us if there's any questions you had about tonight's double-headed eviction. Tonight's Cool BBLB, therefore, is obviously asked the gorgeous Davina McCall, and here she is. Hello.
They're so handsome.
They are so handsome, aren't they? I think we picked the wrong three.
Go, the brothers!
I know. Okay, we can go straight to the lines. Hello, who's there?
Hi, it's Dot from Liverpool.
Hello, Dot. How you doing?
I'm fine, Dermot. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Go for it. Ask Davina whatever you want.
Hi, Davina.
Hello.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks. How are you?
I'm fine. I hope you can't hear the racket in the background. As Friday night's the Vic D's Night of Glory, do you think it will spoil things having two people coming out tonight?
Good question.
Good point. I don't think it will, because we've got 3 shows tonight. So we've got a normal first show, and then each of Vic T has got their very own show, so we're not cutting the interviews short in any way, shape or form, and they still get their moment of glory.
Great. I'm really looking forward to tonight.
Kids happy about that, obviously, in the background?
Watch, it should be great.
Yeah.
Okay, brilliant.
Okay, see you soon. Bye.
So it's going to be like last year's final to all intents and purposes in that respect then, so everyone gets that sort of moment of glory.
And they get the proper, full-on interview, just like with all the others, with all their little bits of videotape.
Brill. Okay, lovely. Joe from Bristol next. Hello, Joe.
Hiya, Dermot.
You all right?
Yeah, fine, thanks. And you?
Mina!
Hi, Davina.
There you go. Okay, go for it.
Well, following on from what Dot was saying, everyone's wondering, obviously, will both evictees be leaving the house at the same time, or do you plan to stagger their departure?
Oh, we've got to separate the departure because, like Dot said, you know, it's important that each person has their moment of glory, so we're going to have a programme each.
Yeah.
What more can you ask for?
Sounds great.
Joe, who do you think is going to go tonight?
Tonight, I reckon it's going to be Cameron and Fed. We can't ruin the John Tickle show. It's got to carry on.
We can't say anything.
No, we just have to go.
It, we go.
Interesting, right?
Thanks a lot, Joe. Okay,
bye.
Ray from Reading. Hello, Ray. Hello, Ray.
Ray?
Is Ray just communicating through phones, or how does that work?
Ray?
You there, Ray? Ray's question was, are you apprehensive over the prospect of interviewing John Tickle, if indeed it happens?
Do you know what? I can't wait to get my filthy little mitts on John Tickle. I can't wait. I think he's going to be such a funny interview because he always gives Big Brother such a hard time, doesn't he? And if he says ready to me, there he goes, ready, ready, all that kind of thing. I just can't wait.
Who do you think will be the toughest interview?
Probably the quieter ones. I always think are the tough ones. I love people that are outspoken and quite outgoing. And I think Goss at the moment's been quite quiet and he's quite non-confrontational. So he's probably going to be hardest to get stuff out of.
Yeah,
I would say.
Okay. Next up, hopefully, if the phones are working, Jane from Manchester. Hello, Jane.
Hello, Dermot.
Hello. Go for it.
Hi, Davina.
Hello.
Hello. How do you think it'll affect the remaining housemates having two people leaving in one go?
That's a really good one because I think there's going to be a huge hole after tonight because, especially for the boys, because they are not used to losing anyone. You know, there've been 6 of them all the way through. So with only 4 of them left tonight will be very strange.
Brilliant. Thank you very much, Jane. Okay, just
Thanks,
time.
everyone.
The results of our official BBLB exit poll. What are they? 30% Cameron? As you can see them there, I can't actually make them out. Never mind, just time to thank today's guests, Lauren Laverne, Julian Pavlo, Phil, and of course, Davina. Don't forget to tune in Big Brother tonight, 8:30, 10 and 11:15. We are back on Channel 4 this Sunday at 12:42 Victory interviews, and you can win their shopping. How about that? See you then.